All right, you're welcome back from that short break, and this time indeed he make all things beautiful. I'm excited to introduce to you our first guest for today. She's an awesome Ghanaian musician, gospel musician precisely, and she's in the person of Rose ADJEI. Good afternoon to you and welcome to
Good
Entertainment Radio.
afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You okay?
I'm good by His grace, and you?
Yeah, they're
We're
already
good.
asking.
We are good.
You look good.
And it's exciting to have you here, right?
Sure.
Easter is around the corner. What are your thoughts this Easter?
Oh, as we know, as Christians, 2,000 years ago, there was a blood that was shed on the cross of Calvary so that we might have life. And that blood has been speaking for us on our behalf as Christians. And that's what qualifies us as Christians. And so, as we all know, we just have to appreciate God and thank God for sharing His blood on the cross. So we are just celebrating.
That's good to hear, because sometimes some people do not really understand the essence of Easter and end up doing other things, not to remember Christ, but other things as well. So it's good you are telling us what it is about.
Yeah.
But Rose ADJEI, tell us, how has the year been so far in regards to your music?
Well, it has been good. We started the year kind of slow, but
Right.
by His grace, God has been faithful. And my music, people are listening to my music. People are being blessed. One of the things I always say is that it is important to make positive impact with your music, not just people listening to the music. Sometimes people might not even see you here or there, but the songs are making impact in the lives of people, and testimonies are coming out all the time. And that's exactly what God is doing. So I've been busy doing 1 or 2 programs here and there.
Okay. That's good to hear. But before, I understand that the gospel fraternity, a lot of people expect that, there'll be love and unity. And it's a conversation that some people wouldn't want to get into it. But sometimes it surprises me that some gospel musicians come here and we ask, and it seems that there's not so much love in the gospel music industry. Is that the case at this very moment?
Oh, we are all different human beings. We're all raised or brought up differently. And naturally, there are people who will see you and they will love you. There are people who also see you, they don't even know you, and they will hate you. It is natural. And because there are different group of people that have come together to do music, you cannot force everybody to love you or like you.
Right.
So at the end of the day, there are people who love themselves. As for me, I love and respect everybody, especially the oil of God over your life. And I feel that when I appreciate whatever you have, God is also going to have mercy, on me as well.
Yeah.
So I feel that it's normal to love people, but there are other people who feel threatened by other people's gifts. So the moment they see you, you've not even done anything to them, but like your presence just, irritates them. It's natural. There is nothing you can do about it.
Okay.
Yes, but at the end of the day, we show love to each other. We do show love.
Because I think without love in there, we can't move the gospel
Of
industry
course.
forward. Because
Of course.
there has been the conversation. Then again, that Nigerian music is going far, especially in regards to gospel. How is the Ghana gospel music
Which we are
industry
going
doing?
far.
If there is no unity, if there is no love, we can't get there.
Sure.
Which
We
we
are
are
going
going for.
We are going to get there
Right.
with time.
Yeah.
I always say that everybody, all those that got into the music industry, a lot of people came with different notions.
Yeah.
Right.
Some people came that, let me come and just do the work of God. Other people came and like, okay, this is what I can do best. Let me do so people can see. There are other people, maybe they might feel that, I have a business. Let me use the gospel music to promote my business.
Yeah.
Everybody have their opinions and every reasons for joining the gospel music. But at the end of the day, we are trying our best. We are not where we used to be, even though we are not where we want to get to, but we are going to get
It's a
there.
gradual
Yeah.
thing.
But
Yes.
just before you come in, I understand that a lot of people, like she's saying, that are not in there for Christ, because for someone to even not want to defend Christ when given the opportunity, would choose their brand and personality over Christ. I mean, that tells us a lot.
Yeah.
This matter,
Right.
this matter you want to screen out of. It reminds me of a story I read today about Pastor Lenny Akpadi.
No, I haven't seen
You've
the
not seen the
story.
story?
No, please.
He says Pastor Lenny Akpadi, right?
I know him.
He says the carnality has become plenty in the space
In
right
this
now.
place.
A lot of people are pushing their brands, as you mentioned,
Yeah.
and all of these things. And particularly, he talked about concerts, events, that instead of saying that, when you come, you encounter the Holy Spirit and your life will never be the same. It's about theatricals and, a lot of things like that. We'll talk about your concert.
Sure, but that, let me come in with this. Sometimes as an individual, maybe you want to do gospel music. There are other things that are attached
Yeah.
to make the brand or to make what you are doing beautiful. It comes with the branding. It comes with the theater. Because at the end of the day, if I'm a gospel musician and I go to a funeral, you don't expect me to go and do a danceable song that will make everybody dance, because everybody is in that sorrowful mood. So you're going to do a song that will make them, to mourn with them.
Yeah.
When I go to a party, I'm not going to sing a song that will make people cry. I'm going to dance. So it's involved. It's everything. But you should know what to do at a specific time.
And to
That is
project
all.
Christ as
That's
he
right.
is.
At the end of the day.
I agree with him, but somewhere things have changed now.
It has. It sure has.
It
It has.
Right.
Before we talk about your concert,
Yeah.
music promotion, I was having a conversation with someone one day that a lot of the songs that we knew from back in the day, it was because Sunday morning, before we go to church, we tune into radio,
Yeah.
and it's played like on this channel, then move to the next channel. The gospel music
Yeah.
keeps going like that. And in this space of social media and all that, how are you, or how have you positioned your music in a way that it cuts across to those who still do traditional,
Yeah.
media,
Yeah.
and also those who are on the socials, as saying Gen Z for any other day, so that your song can also get to them? How do you do that?
Okay, at the end of the day, let's say in this our dispensation, thank God for social media and the digital platforms. Unlike before, you had just about 3 radio stations that you can play your song. So when you are from here, you are coming here, and that is it. But now we have a lot of radio stations, we have a lot of TV stations, and there are also digital platforms that you can also promote your song. And I believe that when you make use of all those platforms, it's going to help. Those who are, let's say, used to social media will get their share, and those who also watch the televisions or listen to the radio, like our mothers at their marketplaces, they are like unable to watch television during the day. So, but with radio, they are able to hear your music and all that. So I'm trying my best to make sure that I position myself in all those areas so that people will be blessed.
If you had the money and you had to choose one, traditional media and social media, to promote your song, which one would it be?
If I have the money, I'll make use of all.
Quite interesting. I like that, right?
If I have the money, I'll use every medium. Yes.
Because
Okay,
you want
no,
to
if
go
you don't have the money and you have
Yeah.
to choose one.
By His grace, I will have the money.
I like that.
Okay, we
Just
get
put
it.
with
Okay.
faith.
Now let's talk about the
Right.
concert.
I like the name on the concert.
Yes.
Kadia Hakarat Hatov.
Hatov,
And
yes.
that is supposed to be a heart of
gratitude,
gratitude.
yes.
Wow. Tell us about this.
Well, some years ago, I used to have a dream of myself taking care of kids, and I didn't know how I was going to do it. There were times I go to church, to programs, and there were prophecies that God has spoken to you to take care of children, and I didn't know how I was going to do that. So I met with this great man of God who introduced me to, doing donations and all that to orphanages and schools, which I started. But I felt that as a gospel musician, if you are given to people to feed them physically, what can I also do to feed the soul spiritually? So I had to attach my music. So what I do is that after donating to either a school, an orphanage, hospital, widows, even the prisons, at the end of the day, I just do a gospel concert, to thank God for everything He's done for me and also to bless lives. So that was how come the Kadia Hakarat Hatov came about.
So is this the very first edition of
This is the
one?
7th.
The
edition.
7th. Wow. So 7 years, if
Yes.
I am saying.
Yes.
And over the past years, how has it been when people come to support you to thank God? How has it been really?
It's been beautiful. Sometimes because of our busy schedules and how everybody is concentrating on their families, on their works and all that, they are unable to even have time to thank God and even appreciate Him for everything He's done. So with such a concert, they are able to come together with one heart to show their appreciation to God, worship Him, thank Him. Sometimes when people feel that, when I sleep every night, it is compulsory for me to wake up in the morning. It's the duty of God to wake me up.
Yeah.
But when they gather together, they see the essence or
essence
even
of it.
being alive and see it as an opportunity. So it has blessed lives, during the past years. And I pray that this year is going to be different.
I see Kofi Owusu-Peprade, one
Yes.
of my
Your
favorite
favorite.
arts
Oh my
in there,
God.
and among many others. Tell us, what are we to expect from all of you?
Just come with a heart of worship. Come to expect something from God.
Okay.
Come with a heart to, praise and to worship and bear it in mind that you will not leave the same. I always say that my programs are always spirit-filled, but this year is going to be a prophetic year. Why do I say that? The program is happening on the 7th of April, and is the 7th edition, and 7 gospel ministers on board.
Wow.
So it's 777. And you know 7 stands for perfection.
Right.
So you just can't miss it. When you come this year, your life and your destiny will never be the same.
Me say.
And yes, 666
777.
So that's it on your screen. Cardia Hasarat
Ato.
Hatov.
A heart
KH8.
of gratitude.
Yes.
Gratitude.
So that's it.
Yeah.
So let's go by the dates again.
Right.
It's happening on the 7th
of April.
2024.
When is first? Monday.
Yes, so the first Sunday in April.
In April. Okay.
Yes, at 4 p.m. at the Perez Chapel, Mataheko, Zoe Land. There is
Okay.
another branch,
Okay.
a very big branch, yes, that is headed by Bishop Raymond Aqua.
Okay.
Yes, so Perez Chapel, Mataheko, Zoe Land, just before the Flamingo traffic light. That's where we are having the program, and it's on the 7th at 4 p.m. just after church.
Okay.
And as you already know, Jakalolome is representing live.
Yeah.
Ohineba Clement is coming.
Okay.
Kofi Owusu Pipra,
Is on.
Divine, Arthur, Akosua Carl, Gabi Akwe, and other, surprises as well. Sure.
We're looking out for that as well, and definitely everyone would want to be a part. So just go and be blessed. So thank you very much, Rose
Thank you
ADJEI, for
so
joining
much.
us this afternoon on the show.
It's
So that'll be
free.
with her. It's definitely
Yes,
free.
it is. It is.
So it's
and let
free.
me just use this opportunity to thank those who have supported this program. This year, I have Prudent Holdings, I have Inesto Designs, I have Mildash Collections, Nero Mineral Water, I have
Omuyina.
Omunyina,
A lot of sponsors.
I know,
Suraba
not regular
Enterprise.
gospel
I
musicians.
don't know where boards in it.
What you are saying?
Sometimes
No,
when
of
somebody,
course. True, for the
just
gospel
need-
space, I
Yeah.
really
Yes,
I
it's very,
understand.
very
Yeah.
difficult to get somebody
To
to
get
sponsor.
sponsors.
That's quite
Yeah.
a lot,
Yeah.
which is not so
Definitely,
usual.
Very, very
definitely.
difficult.
So wishing the very
Right.
best, Rose J.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, and I would love to see you guys.
Sunday.
We'll be there.
Sunday now, Tree.
Sunday, now I'm busy.
Yeah, yeah. All right, thank you, Rose, for coming. We're taking
Thank
a
you
break.
so much for having me.